I say it's been quite a week for Drake, right? We're going to check out some of these UMG lawsuit updates. One of these, I think I predicted, the one that's up here on the screen, as far as this paperwork. I didn't see this going his way, to be honest. And then we'll talk a little bit about, after reading this, how much this really affects Drake or not. I don't even think this one hurts him too much, even though it didn't go his way. Then I want to pull up Screwface's diss song that everybody's going crazy about on the internet and reacting to, people like Math Hoffa and No Life Shaq and all the reactors. I want to pull that up. We're gonna play it too. I haven't played it yet in full, only skimmed it, so I'm gonna listen to it in full for the first time with y'all live. And then let's talk about Meet the Grams. Is it aging in a way that Drake would not want that joint to age? I'm seeing a bunch of channels that follow a lot of Drake activity, a lot of Drake controversy, coming out with this whole, wait a minute, is there any truth to you potentially hiding another child? When Kendrick said that, I don't know, man. Once again, not a good week for Drake. Is If this is just about being in the headlines because you're in the middle of a rollout for your album, you got a new interview out and whatnot, hey, you the man right now. I just don't know if it's all the type of news that you would really want, though. All right. Let's start with the paperwork. I got it up here on the screen, as y'all see. Date filed yesterday. All right. This is only a one pager. Aubrey, Drake Graham, plaintiff versus UMG recording. All right. This is from the judge, Judge Vargas, United States District Judge. Because remember, this is filed in New York. That's why it's United States. Plaintiff and UMG's request for permission to file under seal a contract between UMG Recording Incorporated and Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, as produced by UMG, is redacted in redacted form in the designation attorney's eyes only. Once again, that's that AEO type of definition. The Lamar contract is granted. UMG has made a sufficient showing that the information that seeks to seal qualifies as confidential, sensitive business information. Lexington Furniture Industries versus Lexington Corporations. That looks like a reference there. The court therefore finds that in the instance, the interest in protecting confidential business information outweighs the qualified First Amendment presumption of public access. And then they give another court reference for that. Additionally, because the Lamar contract reflects an ongoing contractual relationship between UMG's business partner and Lamar, the court agrees that sealing the contract would best protect UMG's business, relationships, and interests and privacy interests of non-parties. So that's a win for Kendrick. You know, Kendrick and his lawyer have to follow this thing to a T. His name, his song, his actions are dead center of this whole lawsuit. I still say 60, maybe 50% chance at some point Kendrick Lamar gets subpoenaed and has to come in at a legal level. But UMG has already expressed that they're willing to throw Kendrick under the bus. They didn't say that directly, but they early on pretty much filed, hey, what's your problem with us? Shouldn't you have beef with Kendrick? That's a little throwing your man under the bus a little bit, right? You don't just say, hey, we're caught, go talk to him. No, you deal with what you deal with, right? But I do believe at some point Kendrick could definitely come into this lawsuit via like a subpoena. But as of right now, Drake has been going heavy at a lot of confidential information, including a lot of Kendrick information. We saw that he asked for any records between, or conversations or communications between UMG and Kendrick in relation to the child being Dave Free's child, right? Also, any communications or proof between UMG and Kendrick related to Kendrick allegedly beating on his woman, any domestic dispute stuff. And then along with his contractual stuff, all his money, his payout going back years. So one of the things that UMG successfully fought right here is this is an ongoing contract. It's not like we're talking about something that's finalized as if UMG and Kendrick don't even work together anymore. This is an old contract and he's in a total different segment of his career right now. This is an ongoing joint. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see why Drake needs to see this. Remember, attorney's eyes only doesn't mean that Drake and his legal team don't get that information. It's just Drake can't see it. So let's remind people of what AEO will mean. So during discovery, if you ask for these items and it's deemed relevant, sure, UMG produces these items such as Kendrick Lamar's contract, but the lawyers see it. So now the lawyers know what they need to use that information for to navigate, but they can't go back to Drake and say, I just want to let you know, Drake is making 100 million from UMG. Or how about this? That would make it even worse. Something that could actually benefit Drake's side if they were able to see this, right? If they actually got this in discovery. I just want to let you know, uh, Drake's last contract allegedly is 400 million. Right now in his latest contract, his open active contract, they're paying him 700 million. So I could definitely see why they wanted to push his joint and try to kill you with him, because they're paying him the most money right now. They got to make up all that money with Kendrick, right? So it's stuff like that it can help Drake. I still took a way more petty approach, saying, I don't get it. If my legal team could get this information, that's a win for you, Drake, because this is really about proving out your defamation claims, the whole botting, the whole they use certain tactics to push down my negotiations because it's time for a contract renewal, right? Why do you need to see it? And I think we see in Drake's actions, I think UMG could use this type of shit as well. Drake's type of behavior, how much he just raps about things. I could clearly see in him releasing or rapping about or taking petty shots about private information related to Kendrick. I'm really the king. You really only make a quarter of what I make. That's a fact. I found it out last year. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see tactically how Drake having to be able to be privy to this information himself, um, how this really would have helped him despite his team being able to see it. But as far as this being a win for Kendrick, it's not necessarily a win for UMG, and there's probably going to be other items as well that they're going to be able to win to designate that this is sensitive data. This is not something that the world or should be publicly accessible or that even Drake should see. This is our business interworkings. Mercedes does not want BMW to know how much they pay for their tires or how much they pay to build their engine. This is all secret source type of shit. If our competitors end up with this type of information, it can crush us. Okay, I think I keep using an example of allegedly the URL in the Norbs lawsuit. So many people behind the scenes say that really started to drive even further towards finality of not going to trial, but settling out allegedly, the moment that it was decided by the judge that certain articles or metrics or numbers or business of caffeine would be made available to the public or would be, seen in certain different forms. And you have your competitors, you have Twitch out there, you got this company out there, and then you just have your own privacy. How much I win, how much I lose, how much I made, how much I spent. You just don't want that type of stuff out there. So good for Kendrick and decent for Drake because his attorney still get it, but definitely good road for UMG to be on. Okay. That's the latest update. The other thing that I saw is that the dude, was it Janik or whatever? The judge is allowing, I'm sorry, not allowing. There was a motion to not have him subpoenaed. And Drake's legal team filed a motion to say, we want this guy subpoenaed, and we don't want any prevention here. And that guy then got a new attorney to come back, speak with and communicate with Drake's side and say, no, we're here. Go ahead and subpoena me. So that motion is now put on pause. And Drake's side is pretty much saying, okay, we don't need to continue with this motion anymore because they're making themselves available. But we reserve the right to revisit this motion in case he gives us any standoffish issues or doesn't give us the information we're looking for or disappears again, whatever. And I don't even want to say that he was disappeared in the first place. But staying on Drake's week here, let's move on to Screw. Screw, what up, G? This is my first time going to play it in full. I know we're not going to have any issues playing Screw's music because he's pro reactor community. He is one of the largest reactors in the reactor hip hop community, right? So your boy ARP playing it ain't a problem, right, Screw? And if I do have any issues or flags, of course, I'm going to shoot the homie a DM, man. Keep your eyes on your DMs, all right? Shout out to Screw, man. Let me see what you're talking about. Let me see why he got the internet and the frenzy behind this.
When a child is shot from the village, you know that kid is gone. Come back to burn down the village just to feel its warmth, and that's what happened to this little nigga. I know this kid is torn. He wanna be a killer while singing his little Richard songs. They say gunna snitching while niggas suing for dissing, Lord.
Oh. Oh, hip hop heads. Did you hear that beat drop? Did you hear that beat drop? Okay, screw. Now bring that beat drop back up. Like, nah.
This kid is torn. You want to be
Hold
that
on.
kid is gone. When a child is shunned from the village, you know that kid is gone. Come back to burn down the village just to feel its warmth, and that's what happened to this little nigga. I know this kid is torn. He wanna be a killer while singing his little Richard songs. They say gonna snitch while niggas suing for dissing, Lord. If this is 60s God, then I'm atheist, cause this bitch a fraud. Why when men diss you, you diss they women like shit is hard. They attack the kid, he attack their bitch like he getting off. Now you
attack the kid, they attack their bitch like what? Yo, you can't be out here saying that Drake take all his issues out on women, huh? Nah, that ain't true, screw. He released the Fighting Irish towards LeBron, right? Wait, he fucking face fucked DeMar DeRozan on the sidelines, right? He got smoke for men too, right? Don't he? I don't know, does it? That's a shitty angle to have to fight off, Drake. You better get that narrative off you, G.
Maury Povich searching DNA. You kidding, dog? I know you didn't, dog. You ain't hoeing enough to get kids involved in lawsuits. And now all of this drama towards you getting nailed to the cross. You the God? That's karma for you. So what's your new thoughts and new excuse for getting rocked? Let me guess. It was a plot? To me, it sounded like a crock. So you negotiated contracts before them disses pop, but you egged them on a lot and begged the other dude to drop it. Now the same nigga claiming that the shit then dropped.
I never heard that before, screw. He negotiated his contracts before the battle started? Where'd you get that information, dog? Hold on, man. I might have to come over to your channel and catch up with that one. I missed that one.
Just pop, but you egged them on the cross. You the God? That's karma for you. So what's your new thoughts and new excuse for getting rocked? Let me guess. It was a plot? To me, it sounded like a crock. So you negotiated contracts before them disses pop, but you egged them on a lot and begged the other dude to drop it. Now the same nigga claiming that the shit then dropped the stock, but this lame nigga thought that if he won, he'd be on top, and this bitch would have more chips when negotiating guap. Degenerate nigga, you just mad you gambled and you lost. What you even trying to prove? Record labels are shady crazy. They been saying that since the 80s. You fucking baby. Now they named me in some paperwork. Made me smirk cause I'm gravy. Told my mama that we made it. Your baby about to be way. Mind you, nigga. I watch you before they signed you, nigga. That scene from Degrassi Prophetic. I remind you, nigga. You try to bully Doc. Then your ass got caught in the trap like Jimmy bullied Rick. Then his ass got shot in the back. Oh, I just made the connection. You should feel so silly, cause your singles start to slide like they wheelchair Jimmy. Maybe not being the top is better. Remember, it was just a wish to have this forever, my nigga.
This beat is sick. This video says like 5 minutes. I know there's more coming on this. All right, what we up to? That was kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie to you. Always saying he got arrested for a body right there.
About to have fun with this one.
Switching beats on y'all.
Look, why the fuck you still talking like some demon, nigga? The shortest nigga in the league just fucking lynch you, nigga. I know that you scared he took your spot. I know you feel it, nigga. He handed Grammys while you handing out subpoenas, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Nigga lost his drive. He need a CD.
And the Grammys while you handing out subpoenas, nigga.
50 smell pussy. I'm smelling BBL. Satan was a musician too. Even that demon fell. You go low, I'll go lower, and we can meet in hell. Want to be like Tupac or Biggie. You want to be Adele. Dig a grave, scream freedom wave. Let's surf and pick a veil. I know Sue mad that you took his name way too literal. Mob tired of cop vibes, man. I can't even tell. Once he said my name,
I'm just saying, Sue, you's a whole street nigga, right? You's one of them cut from that type cloth, right? You coming home to a whole lot of lawsuit ratting activity going on, Sue. Talk to some of your friends. I'll talk about Drake. That's the only person I'm talking about. Just Drake, right? Am I? I don't know. I don't know who the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just saying, Sue. You should be ashamed. Bring that shit back, screw.
You nigga, I know that you scared he took your spot. I know you feel it, nigga. He handed Grammys while you handing out subpoenas, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Nigga lost his drive, he need a CDL. 50 smell pussy. I'm smelling BBL. Satan was a musician too. Even that demon fell. You go low, I'll go lower, and we can meet in hell. Want to be like Tupac or Biggie. You want to be Adele. Dig a grave, scream freedom wave. Let's surf and pick a veil. I know Sue mad that you took his name way too literal. Mob tired of cop vibes, man, I can't even tell. Once he said my name, I knew that boy was a liar. This is not payola, it's fucking murder for hire. And I'm talking lyrically, cause you probably wearing a wire. Honestly, I'm flattered you thought them boys were suppliers, cause that means you gotta think that I'm that nigga right now. Like I could tweet or just react and bring a nigga right down. And it's crazy cause you claim to be the biggest right now, yet little old me from the village can take a nigga price down? Library fucking strikes again. Champagne cop, snitch god. I guess you not my friend. Said they shouldn't use lyrics in court when Thug was locking in. Now you using lyrics. Oh, I guess it's different when they not your mans. When the machine ain't working for you, you be slipping fast. It's starting to feel like you ain't even real. Them niggas built your ass. And speaking about build, fuck them play dope, build the abs. I'm chasing millies. Why you chasing me? Oh, that's really bad. Wop. Nigga, you got killed by the chick that made WAP. Iceman need to be deported from the block. Call him Iceman, cause he probably working for the... Hold up, stop. Nigga still pressed, I wonder when it may stop. Nigga mad cause the coach on roof for K-Dot. Maybe cause he rap and you niggas make pop. Hold up, yeah, you wish for this forever, but you ain't even know you made a deal with the devil. You wished on a monkey's paw and now your ass in trouble. They gave you about 16 years in a shovel. Dig a hole, this is deeper than some emails and tweets. I need to repeat, pussy, this is about our freedom of speech. You feeble and weak, I don't give a fuck. Officer Drizzy, read them and weep. Pussy lost his fucking need to compete. You female to me, scared tactics. It ain't gonna work, I'll bleep on my
It's been a while.
You can't censor us, my nigga, this shit is deeper than me. MAGA Drizzy get to looking like Trump whenever he beat. I ain't Stephen Colbert, you can't take me off of TV. Damn, so how the fuck you about to tell me that you not a lame? My face black, pussy, you a blackface. We not the same, ticked off. But he just a vulture that don't rob the game. But pissed off is better than being pissed on. You got it, man. Wop. Nigga, you got killed by the chick that made WAP. Iceman need to be deported from the block. Call him Iceman, cause he probably working for the... Hold up, stop. Nigga still pressed, I wonder when it may stop. Nigga mad cause the coach on roof for K-Dot. Maybe cause he rap and you niggas make pop. Hold up.
Okay. One time for Screw. Super shots fired. Yo, shout out to Screw. Let me put the strap down so nobody get hurt. Let me put the strap down. Yeah, it's not been the greatest week for Drake. On a scale, see, Screw has always been a dope rapper though. On a scale of 1 to 10, as far as the stuff that he's put out in some of his battles or some of his back and forths, this ranks up there. I like the 2 beat change. I like the first beat better, but the second one goes perfectly with the flow and the energy. Ooh. The thing about the Drakes of the world, man, you just got to be careful opening up certain cans of worms. I feel like the reactors already felt the way because they're just hip hop heads, and I'm a reactor too. You know, I was doing the whole every battle song that dropped. I do more general podcasting than I do music coverage, right? So I don't want to ever consider myself fully in the lane that those guys are in, like the Screws of the world and the No Life Shacks and the Knoxes. You know what I'm saying? I watch all of them and I fuck with all of them. But I was dropping my songs and I probably was just like them on my reactions at the time. Like, yeah, Drake is losing. And then once the lawsuit and all that stuff started, people start feeling away and they start turning like it feels personal a little bit. And then when you had, you know, the hate towards the reactors monetizing, and Kendrick was over here letting us bloggers and reactors monetize, it was like, oh, you put that in your lawsuit, and then you started dropping some of these reactors names by name in your lawsuit. It was just like, whoa, you know, they was always gonna feel now it's personal to them. You know what I'm saying? Now it's personal to the reacting community. They just see whole shit now where it's like, nigga, you could affect us. We want to cover this shit. And if we can get paid for it, and you what you mean? That's a problem with Kendrick and you suing him for that. Like, oh no, he lifted the tally to allow motherfuckers to make money off of it as well. Like, they're like, don't push against that, mother. God forbid we can make some money for what we love to do for a living. The fuck? You know, so it's whole shit. But the Drakes of the world continue on your rollout. You can't turn and address. You can't drop no song because the Screw Faces of the world. He'll drop 10. He'll drop 10. He'll drop one a week. You know, he'll drop one a day for all we know. He won't go away. You'll make time to go drop one song. It'll be just like the Kendrick shit. Like, he dropped again. Like, yes. every step you make, Screw will make a song for that shit. And so leave it alone. And Drake, you can't even let what your personality normally does, which is take a little shot on that, because the reactors are all gonna pick up on it, and then they're gonna make you fucking suffer for it. You can't even, but yeah, these reactors, these dreadhead reactors. You can't say no subs. You can't. You better stay focused on the main shit. Your album dropping and UMG. Leave these reactors the fuck alone, B. All right. Let's go to this last piece of Drake's week. WEEK. All right, is what I meant by that. The week he's having. How do we feel? Whether he has another kid or not, it's just a continued conversation that continues to loan in Kendrick's favor, continue to beat up on Drake. What is this family court shit now that's going around? That all these bigger channels that focus specifically on the Drake and Kendrick, but that's all they do every day. I could go to them and just get my up-to-date Drake and Kendrick coverage, and now they're all reporting on this family court shit tied to Meet the Grams. Now you want to give the whole second child that you're hiding legs, Drake? What the fuck is going on?
Now, when it comes to Drake, now if you're ready to see how our Drizzy was just caught in the courtroom, and with the reason we are finding out why, well, things have never possibly looked worse, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as Lawbury was just caught in the courts, and really his fans are going to be so mad about the truth of this, and they are going to try to do everything in their power to hide any single voice that is exposing what just went down. Make sure to leave that like so everybody can see that after what we have all now witnessed, Meet the Grams has never sounded more real, and Kendrick was really right about Drake's hidden family as currently within this Lawbury circus that just continues to spiral and spiral with each second that time is going on. Well, now with the latest stop in what is really feeling like a never-ending crash out, because really now from exposing that Drake is on the quest from the test to the courts to now being exposed for getting a paternity test handed to him in court, we have never seen Drake just crashing out more. And really now with how bad our Karen is getting exposed right now, it's impossible to ignore this. And in the greater sense for rap, but for our Drizzy as a whole, everybody needs to see this, because in this time and in a beef and back and forth that has become about and is really trying to be defined by things like the truth versus the lies and reality versus delusion. Well, within this, what we are finding out, even after everything now, is that Lawbury has never been lying more in his entire life. And while at the same time, when Kendrick Lamar told DJ Head that everything in his diss tracks were 100% facts, and everybody did kind of find that hard to believe in just terms of the total scope of it all, well, really, the more that we are seeing time go by and things fall into place, beyond whatever else they want to put out, it really does seem like Kendrick Lamar actually had a crystal ball, and everything we are seeing is some sort of a prophecy, as really, Kendrick Lamar's disses just look ironclad right now. Meanwhile, compare that to Cupcake, and he's not just out of ways to even prove that a single line in his diss tracks were even 0.5% true, but I mean also...
I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't want y'all trying to come over to my side of the gate. When I told y'all from when it first dropped last year, I said it again recently. I stand on that. That's always been my opinion. Meet the Grams is the toughest diss track out of the whole battle. I get it. You guys love Family Matters and sonically and rappability and of Euphoria and Six. I get it. But for me, that was the end. When Meet the Grams dropped, that was the end. That was the haunting song. That was Kendrick saying, no more double, triple, quadruple entendres, not a single punchline. I'm going to start off. The first thing I say is, Dear Adonis. What the I'm talking to your son. Then I'm going to come over here and talk to your mother and your father. Then I'm going to come over here and talk to this alleged second child that you're hiding and just make the whole battle rap world and rap world go on fire. I would like to say it's not your fault that he's hiding another child. We said, what? And then talk to you, dear Aubrey. I know you probably think that I wanted to crash your party, but honestly, I don't have a hating bone in my body. I was just like, oh my God. That shit was dark. I had nightmares off of this shit for at least a week. That is the toughest shit for me. Now, if any of this stuff continues to go into the direction like, oh, wait, Kendrick really was talking from some type of facts or some type of knowledge or knew something. He didn't just pull that out of thin air to say, oh, you got another one. He didn't just make that up for no reason. He got some type of dirt or some type of something. Don't try to come over here later. You know what it is, meet the girl. No. Y'all stay over there with Family Matters. Y'all stay over there with Family Matters, okay?
His inability to prove literally anything is why he turned into a Jerry Springer wannabe who was on the quest for a test with a legal request. And speaking of quests for tests, this is where things now get bad for Drake, and once again, where this guy really has to consider how his own actions and choices can come back to affect him. Because listen right now, we 100% now know and have found out that Lawbury has been in some sort of big trouble, and let's just waste no more time and get into it. If you're ready to see how bad Lawbury got exposed in the courts, be sure to leave that like so everybody can see this and so the R-Karens can't hide this. And now seemingly where all of this went down is in no other place than the Toronto courthouse, which also is ironic because while Kendrick Lamar filmed music videos at his hometown's courthouse, Drake is getting pulled in there for paternity tests or something weird about women. And now what makes all of this a little more confusing is that there was an elaborate effort to hide this up, and the only reason we even know about it is due to a guy who seemingly recorded all of this in the court, and despite the media not being let in and really being given any information, none other than a guy named David Lewis Wall made sure to document every single thing that he knew and put together all of his clues of covering the courtroom to really understand to the best of his and our abilities of what could be going on. So now ultimately with this and what we are seeing most prominently is that on April 2nd, 2025, well, after covering this case for a few weeks, he made a video about the Drake trial going down that none of us had any idea that was even happening. And with the way he is explaining everything and with the way you can literally see this video come to fruition, he's not just talking about the case, but Drake literally walks into the court for what he says is the first time. And I mean, when you look at our Drizzy just seeing this guy finally exposing what was going down here, you can see the disappointment on his face and see how angry this Karen really is. And so now going into the facts of this, what David Wall...
Now, what he seems to be is a guy he's at these courts. That appears to be what he does for a living. Kind of like inner city press. Now, remember, we follow inner city press a lot during the Diddy trial because you have these reporters, they have certain platforms, and that's what they do. They're in all these different courtrooms and court cases, and they report on the outcomes. You know, sometimes they're going from room to room. I'm following this case, the Diddy case, for example, and then while they're at break, I'm going upstairs and I'm following this other case. And that's why we all, you know, support and appreciate the inner city presses of the world, right? This guy appears to be similar, and he caught Drake out there and he tried to get into the courtroom of Drake and then ran into some type of security guards and pushed on him and threw it. This story is on a lot of channels right now within the last 12 to 24 hours.
Was explaining is how Drake's bodyguards were all at the court and nobody was allowed into the actual room where things were going down, which he says in of itself to have no media allowed at this, it's a very bad look and does show that you are hiding something pretty big, as it's kind of going against a lot of principles that the courtroom is defined on, which is transparency and honesty, even in Toronto. And now the only thing that this guy was able to get a hold of to try to create a picture and scene of what was happening were courtroom sketches of some things. And now while we see Drake's bodyguard, what's really important and where we can finally say for Drake to have a seat right over there because we got him is in this sketch with a woman that has been against him in court, and this is what she looks like now, which, quick side note, that does not look anything like Adonis's mom, and she lives in Houston and France, so for this to be going down in Toronto, well, at the very least, this does let on to the idea and nearly confirm that this is about somebody else, and it's not about the first mess that Pusha T exposed that Drake was hiding. And really, now, what we see with the more clips released around Drake in family court, and with these issues, well, really, the most disturbing thing is how under wraps Drake tried to keep all of this, but again, fortunately, David Wall Lewis kept going to the courts and documenting every single thing that he possibly knew and every single thing that he saw going down. And what is very significant within these logs is that on March 27th, he explained more about the logistics of this case and the ground ruling of it, which gets very weird. And really, based on this guy's account, which is seemingly all we know about this entire situation, which they tried to sweep under the rug so clearly. Well, at the core of this, we know that Lawbury was in family court with a woman who looks like somebody we have never seen with him. And I don't know, maybe this is Stacey or Becky, but we don't have enough information yet. But when we look and see how David Wall thought that this was about divorce, but that does not seem to be the case because Drake is not married. Well, what this leads on to when we know that this is a family situation, and this could be more than just Drake and a woman involved. Well, again, assessing the facts and the reality of what this could mean, while we don't have all the information, and there could be a few different possibilities. Listen, I got news for the Lawburys. Either way, this looks bad for your guy, and whether Drake...
That's the point, too. I'm going to say allegedly, of course, until, you know, the internet gets their hands on the facts. But there's only but so many reasons people will assume a Drake is able to get into a room on his own with another woman, as per the sketch artist, and it happens to be family court. If this was criminal court, you come up with a million fucking ideas, right? People, the internet. That's how it goes. If this was civil, him and a woman in there, that's it. They got the room to themselves, allegedly. Then I'm pretty sure a lot of Drake detractors be like, oh, this is a domestic or some underage girl or whatever. Yeah, that's what the internet does. They'll reach all over the place. But because it's family court, what the fuck could it be about? People be feeling like there's like two options, you know? And then for Kendrick to claim that everything in his shit is a fact, allegedly, all of this, allegedly, I'm scared of y'all, allegedly. But damn. And even if all of this stops here, if nothing else comes about this, if this just becomes, yeah, okay, back in whatever, a couple months ago, Drake was in family court. We never know what it was for. There's no proof of this being revolving around of the child. It still bolsters Meet the Grams a little bit more, because now you give people that are choosing sides from a battle standpoint or from a hip hop standpoint, like I got to be Team Kendrick or Team Drake. When you argue the whole thing about, oh, one of the biggest moments of Drake's battle, I mean, the Kendrick's battle is him false claiming that Drake got a kid. You give the other side the opportunity to come back like, no, he was try to secretly be exposed for being in family court over that little kid. He's a liar. And I will say this too. Drake don't got no reputation of being no honest guy. Like, even if we just focus on the battle, in my opinion, one of the clearest lies was him on the Heart Part 6 getting his ass whooped after I spent time making a video and what I thought was going to be a 3-beat change ether. Family Matters. I thought this was my ether. You did. That's what I thought. And this mother in 30 minutes dropped Meet the Grams, which had everybody talking about if I have a kid, calling me out for being damn near a sex trafficker, opened up that shit before Not Like Us did. Started the conversation before Not Like Us. And then Not Like Us drops 30 minutes after that and gives everybody something to dance to, and also rallies up the whole West Coast to give them a personalized bop. Like, yes, unification. It's up. I didn't know it was going to go worldly. I thought it was going to be a Cali banger forever. That shit said, no, we're going to give this to the rest of the world. So he goes on a Heart Part 6, and even his raps was like defeated. All the air out of him. Right? And one of the biggest lies, in my opinion, is this nigga had the nerve to try to tell us we fed you the information just to see if you would take the bait. Well, what was the trap? I ain't never see a fucking mouse in a trap stuck there, can't move underneath the little flat bar or whatever, and talk about, I fooled you. Like, fool what? You're caught. You're dead. What was the trap? Even if you ever wanted us to believe that you fed this information over there and it was all a trap, all this good shit that you guys are loving about what Kendrick is rapping about, I'm the one that gave it. I'm behind it. I'm the one that gave it to him. If so, worst trap in trap history. Makes you look that much stupider. As far as you're not even on a chessboard, you're not even on a checkerboard then, while these niggas is playing some Bobby Fischer type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that he's the most honest person when it comes to this battle. You know, Kendrick came out here and said you got another kid, man. Now, Drake, you gonna have to fucking fuss with that narrative again. Mm, 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 mm. All right, let's move on. So Govin, dude that was just found not guilty as the mastermind to the two shooters involved in the young Dolph murder. What are we 48 hours, less than 48 hours removed? He pulls up on a live with Ceddy Nash to argue. Let's check this out.
Yeah. What's the word?
Shit, you tell me.
Congratulations, fool. I mean, shoot, what's going on, man? You straight? I mean, it's Friday night. You know what I'm saying? We would have thought you would have been on the town or something like that, bro. Like, you good?
Yeah, I'm always good.
Okay, it was you kind of, I don't know, man. You straight? You kind of looking at me like kind of funny, bro. Like, at that.
Man, you know, I just don't respect, you know what I'm saying, man. You know how, you know, you was putting the narrative out like I had something, like I was really in on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you tried to flip it when you get to the emotions and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like bar you from Memphis from doing some goofy ass shit like that. Like,
First off, why are you talking to, nigga? Any nigga ban me from Memphis, I do my step today. You can do that old man stale face shit you got going on, nigga, but this Ceddy Nash, bro. Like, I don't know what got going on, bro, but I'm one of them niggas you don't come on the internet talking to me like that, nigga, for surely. I'm not that nigga.
One thing we ain't finna do is argue on Instagram. You know, I look at you as like little kids at high school that used to get beat up and shit, and now you got a voice since the internet has been invented. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we ain't got to do this. Like, I'll be in LA soon. I'll be in Atlanta soon. Nigga, we can meet up and I'll kick the pies out your nigga. We ain't got to do this shit.
First off, a nigga beat me up, nigga. Definitely, that ain't never happened. So you definitely won't come to LA. For sure, you won't be coming to goddamn LA. Nigga, that's one thing you won't do, nigga. My city? You talking like that, bro?
Just get ran out of your city for bringing Lil Woody to the 60s.
I got ran out of my city?
Then you have to pay some niggas out the 60s.
Trust me, if I pay anybody, I'm paying ops. That's who I pay, nigga. I pay niggas to get niggas out the way. Watch your mouth, nigga, if I slap the That's one thing. So first off, nigga, and you come to Atlanta, bro, let me tell you something. You slick ass little bean head ass niggas, bro. Niggas like you, bro, I slap the shit out of nigga. I'll give your old ass a wedgie. You probably wearing Depends out this motherfucker. Ain't you like 70-year-old talking shit, nigga, talking about?
Man, I can tell the way you talking, you ain't need in a fight probably. You just, only fight you been in is in your dreams, nigga. You just talking. We ain't got to do all this goofy ass shit, nigga. Let's just line it up, nigga. I'll be in LA in like 4 days. Where you at?
I'll be in LA, nigga, 3 days and wait for you for 5 days, nigga.
All right, so I tell you what, when I touch down, nigga, in 4 days, nigga, I'm gonna drop my low and let you know where I'm at. And I'm gonna see if your podcasting ass gonna pull up and stand on all this gangster shit that you talking. And I want to know.
I'm not a gangster. I'm rolling, nigga. That's number one.
What you on, first of all? I think you around here claiming the 60s on some goofy shit.
First off, nigga, come find out. Come to the set. Come find out. Come to the set, nigga. Yeah, come to the set and find out, nigga.
Hey, I'm free of all charges now. I'm slapping.
You bring your ass. You bring your ass to LA. You bring your ass to LA, nigga. I'm gonna find out. And if I'm paying niggas, I'm gonna pay niggas. And you ain't gonna make it, nigga.
Oh, okay. So you talking like you paying niggas on Instagram. You saying all that goofy. That's how I know you're a goofy. You saying shit like that on IG. What you gonna do?
No, you said I'm paying niggas. I said if I was to pay niggas, it'd be to paint niggas. Ain't none of that shit on my rap. I'm a nigga that get my hands dirty. I ain't gotta pay nobody. I tell my niggas, hey nigga, don't breathe, let that nigga go. I'll pay LA to stay off your ass just so I can catch you. Fuck is you talking about?
And nigga, I plan to be at No Jumper soon. Ain't that one of your second homes, nigga? You can meet me there, nigga.
Man, if I catch you at No Jumper, you gonna catch the black part of my hand, nigga. You type of nigga I smack with the back of my hand.
Eyes out your ass in front of Adam, Remo, what's the name? Made the goofy ass shit by my daughter, the fat nigga name.
Man,
Yeah, him. I kick your ass.
You old ass niggas, bro. I swear for God, all that Memphis shit, that shit cool in Memphis. Outside of Memphis, nigga, that shit don't fly, bro. Fuck is you talking about? Our real life nigga beat the shit out you. Beat dog shit out you. Beat the dog piss out you, bro. Don't show up in LA, nigga. Don't get no Vlad TV interview, no Jumper interview, no Cam Capone interview, no none of that. Don't bring your monkey ass to LA, nigga. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm already booked. You think I ain't coming to get my money, nigga? I'm gonna send you the contract and let you know what day and see if your lame man's gonna pull up, nigga.
Whatever money you get, nigga, you better save that shit. Whatever money you get, save that shit, bro. Because nigga, they gonna need it.
Whatever money you making on this motherfucking YouTube, you need to put it on your life insurance, fuck people. Leave it like that.
You better check my profile, nigga. One thing I do is I walk through shit. Huh?
Your profile say hell of a podcaster, nigga. That's all I get from it, nigga. Ain't shit gangster about your profile, nigga. And I see you soon, nigga.
So, see the chat. The whole chat is not taking this shit serious, man. I fuck with y'all. It started, you could tell that they both knew that they wasn't there to be friendly, right? That's why I said he's sitting up there like, what's up, man? What you on? And he's just like, what's up, man? You tell me. Right. So obviously, you know, Ced's been saying things that dude has been paying attention to and takes issue with. That's obvious. Another little thing I pick up on is Ced, you definitely a mode, you know. I watch a bunch of your content, Ced. You look a little dressed up here. You pulled up your outfit a little bit, your hat and jacket to match, whole jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know me. I'm up here almost every day in a black t-shirt, right? This is my Target T podcast uniform. All right. And the moment you see me pull up a guest, and if I go get one of my jackets with the match shit in it, y'all gonna look at me a little different and say, ARP, what you want? Keep it 1,000. Now I don't know. Says wait in the street. I don't know how he carried like a man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's really showing people the black side of his hand and all that. I don't know. So I ain't here to judge the man. I don't know Govin neither. I don't know how much neither one of them really give it up. So I ain't gonna be that guy. But the vibe did feel like Govin is willing to prove a point just by making himself accessible. Now that would be sturdy as far as, you know, walking what you talk. It would also be stupid considering what he just got out of. And said, you know, when he asked, you know, like, didn't you just, you know, blah 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 in LA, and you said, like your initial reaction to that was a little off. I ain't gonna lie to you, but Ced took a firm position saying, don't get booked in LA. No jumper for you. He was Cam at the table in the beginning of the Paid in Full. No rice, no wings, no ring tips, no champagne, no nothing. You gets nothing till I get my fuck is you talking about. That's what Ced said to him. Govin replied by saying, I got a contract or I'm already booked to be out there. I'll send you the date and see if you pull up. So the smart genius thing for you two black men to do is to leave this internet stupid shit alone. You just got found innocent and you are doing well as a podcaster to have this little tension moment that you did in front of the world, right? And leave it the fuck alone. That's like the genius level thing to do. The prideful thing to do is, yeah, he dropped low. Oh, he's out here. Let me try to show him or whatever. and then the stupid shit, and then y'all, we know the aftermath, right? It's one or two places that you go, right? So to me, though, if I had to pick who's dumber in this equation, I don't necessarily like Ced's position here either, to be honest. But I think Govin is dumber in this situation, respectfully, right? I think they say he's 45 years old, right? Respectfully. You just won your life back. You set out your own mouth. You've been nervous for the last 4 years. You didn't know how that fucking jury was going to go. Most of us that followed this quick trial thought that you was a rap. We thought listening to the girlfriend, listening to Smith up on the stand, the fact that Justin was already convicted, the fact that people talking about you and Big Juke's relationship, even though Juke's not here. So that creates a little bit of gray. The jury said there wasn't enough past reasonable doubt, hardcore evidence, and they let you off, right? Don't be the next OJ, meaning you get off from something that the whole world thinks that you are involved in, allegedly, and you can't sit down. Don't be the next. Oh, you just can't sit down. You just got to find your way back into giving the court systems another swing. Same thing with Young Thug. Young Thug ain't doing nothing online that I seen like this, but the tweets towards the shit that the DA went at him for, they try to snatch his parole from him for that. The Young Thug. A week later, they try to snatch his fucking parole for tweets. And he's still talking about rat this and rat that. Young Thug, you just got your life back. You got your life back. Now, the thing for Govin, we said when he said leave Memphis, absolutely, in his post verdict interview outside the courts, we was looking at that like, yo, that's smart. Get up and get on. But I can't count Govin's pockets. I don't know what's up with him. I don't know how he's feeding himself or his family. Sounds like he's got a bunch of interviews booked already to walk around and start trying to make some money based on the story, because his name is hot right now. It's a hot profile situation. It's just like Woody. You give Woody, during the trial, everybody's booking him 20v1s and all it is. And then after the trial is over, all right, we still looking at Woody a little bit. A year, 2 years from now, who wants to interview Woody to talk about what? So it's hot right now for Govin. You want to go pick up your bag? Pick up your bag. Who else did we see this with? The alleged shooter or one of the kids that was involved in Pop Smoke's joint pulled up on none other than No Jumper. Adam 22 or possibly Vlad. If you negotiate the right way, they got a bag for you for shit like this. It's a temporary bag. You are just temporal content to them. But you get up there and hopefully don't incriminate yourself, drop lows, put yourself out there, stir the bee's nest even more. I get it. Niggas be needing the bag, but I just got out of court. Not only am I ducking interviews behind the shit that created a war, this PRE and CMG shit online, but I'm up here arguing and possibly threatening somebody in front of the whole world, talking about I'll get active with you, and I just beat this shit. Look in the mirror and ask yourself how smart that is. We do it to ourselves every day, though. We'll be here to talk about it. If you just want to be the content, sure. All right, let's move on. Speaking of people that you would want to sit down, but can you sit down? Are you able to sit down? Are you financially in a position to sit down and stay off the radar? You just never know. Or it could just be in you as a street nigga, right? You saw these reports, people? OTF Boona has been arrested for allegedly kidnapping, duct taping, and shooting someone 17 times in a home invasion. The last time I feel like we covered Lil Durk, a lot of the documents on his docket have been sealed ever since June. So there hasn't been too much going on legally to update and bring to the podcast until we get to his actual trial start, right? But one thing that I said, if I'm Lil Durk, I'm putting the message out there to me, my whole team, everybody sit the fuck down, because you guys, we're all a reflection of each other, because these motherfuckers are bringing the lyrics in. They're bringing the videos in. They're tying me to certain things, even through things that I rapped about. How many times is Lil Durk co-signing OTF Boona? Boona this, Boona that. right? And you get picked up. Now, don't get me wrong. You can't, if I'm Little Dirk, I can't walk into court and get in trouble or get convicted from my shit that's separate murder for hire because you're all the way somewhere else allegedly doing a home invasion. No. But if it's Rico or if it's OTF being mentioned, and what prosecutor wouldn't want to say this or use this? They're known for this type of stuff. This ain't the first. I mean, hell, look at what happened over D things, brother, allegedly. Or look at OTF Boona that was just picked up for shooting somebody 17 times, allegedly. What prosecutor don't want to use this if you're painting this whole OT shit? FBG Duck's mother isn't just suing Lil Durk. She's suing OTF. She's suing because you link all this shit together. If you present a case civilly or criminally. I'm sure Little Durk woke up to the news. One of his homie got a little kite in there, whatever. It's like, OTF Boona, what? First of all, that's the homie. But second of all, oh my God. Everybody chill right now. But what if you can't? What if this is the only way you can get to a bag? According to court documents, Lil Durk's close friend, OTF Boona, has been arrested for murder, kidnapping, and home invasion of aggravated assault of Oscar Oz Cruz. He's been locked up since August 2nd. Paperwork alleged that Boona went to his house, searched it, kidnapped him, duct taped him, and dropped him in front of a church and shot him 17 times. Whoa. Allegedly. But this is not Boona's first time or first serious run-in with the law. This one right here might still be open. I'm not sure. What do we have here? Lil Durk affiliate OTF Boona arrested for injuring a 6-year-old during a mall shootout. This is all the way back, reported October 2021. I don't think this case is closed. He might have been out on bail this whole time, but I don't think this is closed from what I saw online. But Lil Durk's artist OTF Boona charged with assault for a shootout at Atlanta Mall. Lil Durk affiliate, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Alleged involvement in a mall shootout that left 4 people injured, including a 6-year-old boy. The shooting occurred on March 23rd in a parking lot in Cumberland Mall in Atlanta. The shootout allegedly started between 2 cars before Boona, whose real name, Michael whoever, exited one of the vehicles and opened fire on 4 victims. The young boy was reportedly struck by one of the bullets while getting out of a parked vehicle. Additional victims, including a 19-year-old, another 19-year-old, and an 18-year-old. Reese was involved in the shooting but was not shot. The 3 adult victims were arrested after the police found guns and drugs in their vehicle. So it looks like the other guys was definitely into shit, being that they were arrested as well. You got the guns and the drugs in their car and whatnot. But a 6-year-old reportedly hit? A 6-year-old? This is the type of shit where we say, listen, if you choose the street life and y'all want to have y'all blocks, y'all hoods, y'all gangs, y'all buildings, y'all corners, whatever y'all want to shoot at each other for, kill each other, whatever, we could leave y'all over there and say that's what you into. And I shouldn't be privy to that as long as I do not involve myself in that shit. I don't claim a side. I don't hang out on the corners with y'all. I'm not around y'all. I'm not trying to be affiliated or none of that shit. That's what makes me a civilian. I should never be a victim to your fucking bullets. Ever. Right? If y'all ganging together and one gets the drop on the other, we say that's the life you chose. Like how much sympathy can I have for somebody that, because if it was the other shoe, you probably would have loved to hit OTF Boona in that shootout in the parking lot, right? But the moment the civilians, the kids, that's where it's just like, yo, use a whole animal out here then. Use a whole animal. A 6-year-old? We don't pray free you if a 6-year-old is out here getting shot behind this madness. We can't. We just can't push that stuff, people. We just can't. As far as, I believe that this might have been it right here.
But starting at 9, we're going to begin with breaking news. Another shooting outside a Metro Atlanta mall.
This time it's Cumberland Mall. CBS 46's Sierra Cummings is there live for us. And Sierra, this was outside a restaurant. What do we know?
I did see this. Trump said this is his next stop. Yeah, Chicago. I did see this. It is what it is.
Yeah, just within the last few minutes, the scene actually cleared up here, but it unfolded in that restaurant area, as you mentioned, right in front of the Buffalo Wild Wings. Investigators had a portion of the parking lot wrapped off with crime tape, appearing to question people here. And we now know one of the victims in all of this is a child. We'll give you a look from earlier. Cobb County police say at least 2 people were shooting at each other, possibly more. And in the aftermath, one victim was shot in the leg, the other in the foot. We're told 2 suspect cars then took off. We asked about a motive. Investigators tell us they cannot confirm one at this time. Now, this happened around 6 o'clock tonight, a time where the mall and parking lot had plenty of visitors coming and going. We watched detectives map out a perimeter and even tow a car from the scene here tonight. Now, we don't know the age of that child injured, and we asked investigators, did this seem like a random drive-by or was it targeted? They said they're not able to answer that right now. We'll bring you more live updates here.
And I don't even know if this one is separate. I found mugshots of him dating back to when he was a kid, as far as OTF Boona. Yeah, he's like that. He's one of them guys. Ain't no taking that street shit from him at all. OTF Boona, this is an article from 3 years ago on Reddit. OTF Boona was sentenced to 8 years last week in Illinois. His parole date is still to be determined, but it's likely he'll only do half the year, so probably 4. Then he has to beat the case in Atlanta. He's still awaiting. So the Atlanta one is the news report that we just brought up, the Cumberland Mall shooting shit. And now we talking about this home. It's like, so with these 2 things pending, this is when victims and people start being like, well, how is he out? Maybe bond or like, how is he out? So this is something totally separate, I think. Then you got the Atlanta shit, which involved a 6-year-old, and you're outside with the ability to allegedly commit some tie niggas up home invasion and shoot somebody 17 times shit. There's some dangerous people allegedly around Lil Durk, right? That ain't nothing new. Has he been active? I pulled up what I think is his Instagram here. It's got 75,000 followers. It says artist feature Boona 300. Yeah, 300, right? What's this one? This is 20 weeks ago. All right, so he's not really active. If I can't vibe with you, I can't be the one to sell your dreams. So yeah, this is the Little Durk post. And it says free the voice on the floor, spelled out in money. So it looks like he hasn't really been active on his gram. And there Pooh Shiesty. Him and Dirt in the stew, posted a Vaughn. All right. I don't know what to tell you, man. Who's that, Mimo? Oh, no, that's
man, them boys.
Nigga was looking like Mimo for a second.
For you, and I gotta accept certain days niggas never came to my.
And I felt neglected. Ooh. All right. Who's that? Muap, one of the OTF, not OTF, one of the O Block 6 shooters for FPG Duck. Right here, Muap. So you got Dirt, you got Muap. This is that Vonnie? It's Vonnie, right? And Dirk say he had the shooters around him, right? Dirk don't be lying. Dirk don't be lying, B. What was this duty?
Smurf. My eyes be pressed. When they lose, we call they phone like yes.
Too many lyrics, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, B. This Instagram page scares me. I'm gonna get up. Too many shooters and alleged murderers and whatnot on that page. Oh, the fuck on. One's in there for murder. 2 of them murder for hire. The other one for the shooting in the Gold Coast of FBG Duck. This guy allegedly horse tying people. I'll get the fuck off this page, B. Hell no. Y'all got it, man. Y'all got it, man. I'm scared of y'all for real. All right, let's move forward. I saw this quick clip from Chris Gotti related to Jay-Z. I said, let me play this real quick.
I'll give you a quick story. We're Jay-Z. We're sitting there. We comes in our office. He says, yo, David Stern wants to meet me. True story. David Stern wants to meet me. We're like, for what? What the fuck he want? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is how ignorant we are back then. And we're like, what does he want? And he's like, I don't know. So he goes to meet David Stern. Why does David Stern want to meet Hove? When we did the Hard Knock Life tour, every jersey, throwback jersey from every city we was in, a throwback jersey of the NBA team. That's what he wore. You go look at the tape, that's what he wore. His next album was what? Grow up, nigga. Put the button up.
Change
You're a grown man. The button up. No more throwbacks. Sales went down over 4,000%. David Stern is saying why. He has no clue why. Someone tells him it's Jay. Now, these stories like this is countless with Jay-Z. Reebok, what's the champagne? All of these. There's no one like him. The 4.0 versus a 4.6 Range Rover. Go look at the numbers. He's like, what is that? He said, they don't even come with leather? Talking about the 4.0. No one wanted the 4.0s no more. That's the power of Jay, and that's why you have to give him, in my opinion, the number one spot. And that's why I say I don't know where you put everyone else. That's how far it is.
So that man's influence, I've always believed that Jay-Z's
I'll give you
influence, that Jay-Z's influence is that strong. You know, DOA, he heard auto-tune. He couldn't kill auto-tune, but he heard it bad for T-Pain with the DOA Death of Auto-Tune song. He made, I felt the whole impact in New York. A lot of people stopped wanting to ride rims, you know, just plain rims, keep your car factory. Button-up shirts. You started walking into any Jimmy Jazz, all the storefront stores had button-up shirts in their storefronts. You know, the jerseys went away. The throwbacks went away. You know, when he was up there promoting Cristal and Imaginary Players and all this type of shit, and he approaches allegedly some of these companies like, yo, we should work together. And they say, for what? We don't need you, nigga. Allegedly, I'm just saying. And then he goes, okay, cool. I'll become your competition. And if all I need is one lyric to make people not want to drink your shit no more, not popular within my community anymore. And that's his influence. 1,000%. We've seen it happen time and time and time again. And I'm not new to that. I'll show y'all something funny. Don't laugh at me, y'all. Okay. Allow me to grow. All right. Allow me to grow. Don't laugh at me. I have an old blog channel. ARP blog spot. This obviously y'all know I have blogs that's on the RBE channel, this channel that we're on right now. But at one point I created a separate channel just for blogs only. And this is one of my blogs right here. It's almost 10,000 views. You see, it was created 8 years ago. Look at the title. 8 things Jay-Z made you change. This is no beard ARP. You know what I'm saying? This is the 2-monitor screen ARP. I'm not new to this. Look at that. I have another one that says Boys in the Hood versus Menace to Society. I broke down the winner between those two movies once and for all. Is my voice any
things
different?
That Jay-Z made you change. Do me a favor. Keep it real with yourself. By the time we get to the end of this video, let me know how many y'all fell victim to.
Hey.
What up?
Let me see. Did I have it where I could all right, so I got the jerseys ones in here, right?
And that's throwbacks, regular starter jerseys, every sport. But
I broke that one down. What else did I have? What else did I go through? The change clothes and goals. I see that in there. What's this one? Oh, the Range Rovers.
Cocksucker, beat it. So I'll catch you later, baby.
Now, somewhere around the times of early 2000s, I used to have a Mercedes S500.
Who cares? I don't care what car you drove. ARP, shut up. Number 3. What was this one? Oh, the Brat. The Calling. Yeah, I remember that. New Yorkers know it. This became a blood call after Jay-Z's High remix dropped. They adopted this shit in the New York Bloods, 100%.
Where your niggas at?
That Brat.
Shut up, nigga. Isn't it awkward watching old versions of yourself? What was number 4? Oh, the liquor.
Spades bottles all around the 40/40 clubs.
I was fucking this shit up. Tell Chris, holla at me. I was on point. What was this? Oh, the Yankee hat. with that new blue Yankee on. Who but me? He popularized the Yankee fitted. Yeah. Yeah. He did.
Example, rest in peace, Stack Bundles.
My shit so low you can't even see my eyes, nigga. You know how I do it. Listen, my Yankee fitted low, my jeans to the flow.
Shit. What was number 6? What's number 6? All black everything. Yep. All black everything. And look at me. Right back to the on to the net. I was on it back then. I ain't just bring this shit back up recently for nothing, y'all. Oh wow. What's number 7? Do I have 7? What's 7? 7 is it auto-tune shit?
Prince album. These are auto-tune driven albums. But here comes the
hands up! This is anti-auto-tune. Check for the ringtone. This ain't for my tools.
Y'all do not want me to get back to edited blogs, B. Damn. What's 8?
How can niggas play me?
Watches without diamonds. Even certain types of watches started taking.
Yeah, he was the one that he new watch alert. Hugh Blow. That's Jay.
No.
New watch alert. Hugh blows.
I can say it before I blog it. It's all up here. I does this. I really does this, man. I love the fact that my history is there. Like I ain't new to this at all. But it's real. Shout out to Chris Gotti, man. And that's just I did that list of like a top 8. There's a lot of things like Jay influences. That's why the NFLs of the world got to grab him and say, as multi-billion-dollar industry as we are, we know your influence. We won't be like the Moets and the Cristals and no, we're going to grab you and say, we want you on our team because what you say or what you influence, it moves the needle times 100. It's just the truth. He could affect your sales. NBA turn around saying, what happened to my jerseys? Jay is what happened to your jerseys. That's crazy. That's spooky. All right. We get some quick ones now, y'all. We got some fast ones. So it's finally confirmed. This was a rumor for a very long time. One of the greatest songs of all time, Triumph. That was not dirty in the video. Finally, we get somebody to say it.
Try to get dirt in there. Dirt was dirt again. I ain't doing no fucking videos. Give me 10,000, I'll do it right now. Niggas ain't get the 10,000 for. So he put Papa Wu in the mask. Put him in there like that.
So that's not even him.
It's not him. Hell no.
So that's not already be in the video.
Hell no. That's Papa Wu. Just went and did that. Bow. Dirt was there. Dirt won 10 grand.
He's like, I'll be here, but I'm not gonna be on camera.
Yeah, he just wanted to give him his money.
Wow.
That's how he treated this shit. Remember my brother was Illmatic, man. His days, he'd fuck around and tell all of us to our face, y'all ain't shit without me. Y'all ain't shit without me.
That's so funny.
This group wouldn't be shit without me. We tried to get dirt in there. Dirt was dirt again. I ain't doing no fucking videos. Give me 10,000, I'll do it right now. Niggas ain't get the 10,000 for. So he put Papa Wu in the mask. Put him in there like.
It's confirmed. So the legendary Triumph video, Dirty is not in it. He was there, but he didn't perform in it because he wanted his 10 racks. It sounds like so. It sounds like fitting of Dirty's personality, right? Y'all ain't nothing without. Rest in peace, Dirty, man. He's in there with the mask on. It's Papa Wu the whole time. It is what it is. Shout out to Ghost. Shout out to the whole Wu. Having a dope resurging moment collectively. That tour. And I was honored to be able to catch that tour because it might be the last time we could ever see them collectively together like that. Then of course you got Ray's album that dropped. I listened to that a couple weekends ago. It's very strong, very strong, pure hip hop type shit. Then we got Supreme Clientele 2 on the way from Ghost. You got this Mobb Deep and Wu collab tour that's going on. It's dope to see. Fast forward that these guys are still out here like this. One of the greatest, if not the greatest rap group of all time, collective all time, still together like this. That's not easy. That's not easy to keep motherfuckers together. All types of fallouts and whatnot. And I know they got their little rips and beefs over money they had over the years and all different types of stuff, but they've obviously been able to come back to the table and make some things work, get some albums, some of them feature with each other still. It's dope, man. 30 plus years or some shit, man. These the game's OGs. For real, for real. And this ain't Staten Island bias that's coming from me. This is real hip hop talk. So we gotta respect this and appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna breeze through this one real quick because I feel my parents in me right now. And I'm gonna explain what I mean when I say that. 20 best rappers in their 20s. NBA Youngboy, I don't listen to him too much. I do respect his super cult, huge following. Playboy Cardi, I don't listen to him too much. Rod Wave is cool with me. Big X the Plug, I don't know who that is. If I listen to one of his songs, you tell me that's him, I'll be like, okay, I don't know his name. Kodak Black, I don't care about his music really. He's got 1 or 2 big songs, but other than that, I don't check for Kodak Black. Doja Cat, she's okay. Lil Tecca, don't know who that is. Doechie's cool. Key Glock is okay, he's cool. Ken Carson, just like Big X the Plug, I don't know what song is his. Maybe if I hear the song, I'll know. Same thing with Lucky, Luke, whoever the fuck this is, don't know who that is. A Boogie, we know who A Boogie is. He's a lyricist. Boss Man D-Lo, know who that is. Don't necessarily follow him that tough. Yeet, don't know who it is. Glorilla, one of the biggest female artists on the scene right now. She's dope. I like her. She's unique. I like her voice. I like her whole presentation. I fuck with Glow. I fuck with her the most out of this whole list. And they got her on what, number 15? Polo G is okay with me. He's cool. Trippie Redd, don't listen to him. NLE Chopper, don't really listen to him. Jack Harlow, don't know enough of his stuff. He is on a song that has one of my favorite Drake verses of all time. You know, what's that, the Churchill Downs? I think he's talented. G Herbo, he's been around for a very long time. They got him at number 20. The reason why I say I feel like my parents is because you know how some people will say every generation of music gets worse, especially with the amount of recycling. It's also happening in the movie theaters. You know, when I heard a new Scarface was going to come out, I got sick, and I hope it never comes out. We see the RoboCops. We see the Total Recalls. We see the Judge Dredd's. What else came out recently? Predator. Still, like all the remakes of shit. It's just like there's a thing going on in Hollywood. I think I heard something. It's almost like there's a certain faction they're only allowed to remake. And it's like the horror industry is going to start dominating more because they can come out with unique new stuff. I don't know. I heard something like that. But it's similar with music, man. It's just like, what the fuck is this? If this was the 20 people I had to listen to forever right now, or in this current era of music, if you said this is the 20 people you got to listen to for all 2020, 25, I would die. I would die. And this ain't my old man bias right here, but we really are dominating. Right? Because Nas is really, really outside being that nigga right now. The album of the year is arguably from 2 partners, 2 brothers, one which is like 48 and one which is like 52, the Clips. Arguably the album of the year. What kind of fucking list is this? The list I grew up in comparison to this? You know what type of people are in the top 5s of my list when they was in their 20s? You got the Bad Boy shit, you got the Rough Rider shit, you got the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, the DMX's, the Jadakisses, the fucking Biggies, the Pac. Yo, you know what bugs me out every time? Watch this. How old was Pac when he died? It bugs me out every fucking time because it feels like he was much older. He was 25 years old. Some people look at that as a kid. Pac was only 25 when he died. How about Biggie Smalls? How old was Biggie Smalls when he died? 24, even younger. So when you talk about the people in their 20s, Jay-Z was always a little bit older. How old was Jay-Z when, I don't want to go to the blueprint. Let's go to Hard Knock Life. That was like one of his biggest turning points music-wise, right? Hard Knock Life. What was it, Volume 3? Volume 3 came out? How old was he? Watch, I should say 30-something. He was 30. Yeah, he was always a little bit older. He was 30. But the albums before that, Still a Reasonable Doubt, and Volume 2, all of that's coming out in his 20s. How old? How about this? How old was Nas when, I don't even want to go to Illmatic. I'm gonna go to what I think is his best album. It was written, dropped. How old was he? How old was Nas? 22 years old. He was 22 years old, creating one of the best hip hop albums of all time. And I gotta go to a top 20 list, niggas in their 20s right now, and listen to a fucking Kodak Black. or a Trippie Redd. But in my era, a 22-year-old was creating, it was written. Oh, I'm done. Point proven. Yeah, this ain't no age hate. Y'all suck compared to us. It's a fact. It's not even an opinion. I move on. I want to know where y'all stand in this debate real quick. I always gotta defend my personal biases or opinions. I am an MJ guy. The whole MJ and LeBron guy. I'm an MJ guy. So I'm not doing this to LeBron just because I'm an MJ guy. I really do believe that this is a strong argument. And it could be one of the strongest reasons. I know his son, and I think LeBron really is self-motivated. I don't ever want to take that from him. I think he's a very self-motivated. He takes care of himself. Obviously, we can't replicate him, and I give him all the credit in the world for his drive towards just being great and being the greatest. I give him all the credit in the world for that. But the same way he publicly said, I'm chasing a ghost, I don't think he wished I think he would take that back if he could. I don't think he wished he ever said that. Same way at one point he said, I'm chasing a ghost, back when he's wearing 23 and shit, right? He wore the number. Now you want to be disassociated from MJ. But in the back of his mind, I know he still feels like there's a good crop of history and basketball aficionados that'll put me and Steph in an argument instead of me and Jordan. And it's true. And I think he does want another ring to try to step in front of Steph. I think he does. Steph, 4 rings. LeBron, 4 rings. 22 seasons for LeBron. 16 for Steph. 4 rings still equal. Did it in less amount of seasons. What is that? 4 and 2, 6 more seasons. Got swept 4 times. Steph never swept. Head to head, Curry's winning it 29-23. Playoffs, Curry won that 17-11. Finals, Curry's got that 15-7. Titles is a tie. Curry is 3-1 versus LeBron in the finals. Winning is key. Yes, it is. 74-40, Steph Curry's career playoff record versus other NBA stars. LeBron's 49-50, losing record versus other NBA stars. A lot of people's gonna go at James for just the longevity factor and say, like, just because you did it for 30 years doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It's a real argument, people. I'm sorry. Steph versus LeBron. We got to stop the LeBron and Jordan stuff as much as we do, in my opinion. Last but not least, before I bring this up on the screen, chat, I need an answer from y'all. All right, I need an answer from y'all. Oh shit. Niggas from the chat says Steph won his rings against LeBron. Case closed. He said he don't got one of them bubble joints on his shit. No disrespect to the bubble ring. But anyway, chat, I need y'all. How much money did Michael Jackson make in 2024, the last complete year, calendar year that we went through last year? Throw out your guesses. I pulled this with somebody face to face yesterday, and they I ain't gonna say whether it was close or far off. I don't want to ruin it. How much money did Michael Jackson make last year? I see Jay with 1 in the chat. That's a lot of money, Jay. I see KX in the chat. That's way far off from the first one. I see Lil Monster got a huge number in there. Let me pull some of these up. Why not? Jay says 700. KX creates the biggest disparity between the 2 people that came in first to the chat. 38 million. Big disparity. Capo says 9 figures. Lil Monster said over $1 billion. What's good, Tay? I see you. 500 for Sniper. And Nefarious says 10. There's some big disparities. 17, 20. Okay. That's a big distance. You got over here somebody saying $1.7 billion. Over here somebody saying 10, 17. Michael Jackson earned more money last year in 2024 than any other celebrity. Michael Jackson made $600 million in 2024. More than any other celebrity. It says Michael Jackson has been gone for 15 years Yeah, in 2024, he out-earned every living celebrity on the planet. His estate pulled in an astonishing $600 million, thanks to largely to a jaw-dropping $1.2 to $1.5 billion deal selling half his music catalog to Sony, adding streaming royalties, licensing, and the rights to his upcoming biopic, MJ, the King of Pop's empire is still unmatched. For context, Taylor Swift's record-shattering Eras tour brought in about $400 million. Dwayne Johnson made $88 million, and Tom Cruise earned $25 million. You put the top three people together, Taylor on tour with her record setting, The Rock, who is arguably the biggest star in Hollywood, and Tom Cruise, who is another fucking mega giant. You put those three together and you don't get Michael Jackson's year. That catalog is huge. Everybody in the chat that has kids knows who Michael Jackson is. That's the power and the gravity of how much he transcends and how much he carries through the future. He's been gone for 15 years. Some of y'all got kids that are way younger than 15 years, and they know who Michael Jackson is. They know what a moonwalk is. Like, it's insane. You see the chat? That's insane. And Sony knew what they was buying. Very unfucking real, people. Very fucking unreal. And what was this piece over here that stepped? Even the licensing. You know how much money he's probably making from licensing? Anybody that wants to use his name, use his face, use his image, make a toy, make a Lego, make a pop, it's Michael Jackson. They get paid. You got to go to them. Right? Even the Tupac estate said, Drake, take that tailor-made shit down. I'm just saying. All right. I'll leave it there. I saw Weapons last night. Shout out to the chat last week or earlier this week that told me ARP go see Weapons. I saw it last night. Yeah, so our top 3 movies of the year is probably, I'm going to go with that I've seen. There could be shit that's better out there I ain't get a chance to see yet. But number 1, I'm going to go Sinners. Number 2, I'm going to go Superman. And number 3, I'm going to go Weapons. So Weapons is a horror. It's not the scariest thing in the world. You know, it's not like The Conjuring. There's a new Conjuring coming out. I saw the trailer to that, and I was just like, I don't know, I might skip that shit. Because The Conjuring is a series that makes you feel uneasy. You know? Like if you wake up 2:00 in the morning, The Conjuring finds its way into your thoughts. That's why I don't like The Conjuring. It's one of the most best horror series, I think that the horror genre has. But anyway, back to it's not like that. Weapons to me it has a couple jump scares, but it's not a scary thing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I love it. I'm gonna go spoiler mode since we're at the end of the stream, so it doesn't feel like, damn, I had to listen to ARP talk about that shit. Meanwhile, I was really here for the shit that was in the thumbnail. I'm going spoiler mode. Hit a B. I don't know what's up with you. The one that came out this year. Hey, everybody has a personal preference, man. If Superman was whack to you, I kind of want to know what your top 5 is for the year. But yeah, Weapons is crazy. All right, I'm going spoiler mode. Spoilers. Okay, spoiler mode. Weapons is about a witch that comes into a town, and she's got parasitic-like qualities. Parasitic meaning that if she doesn't leech off of life energy from other human beings, she dies. Okay. And she's also, it almost feels like she's got a little bit of like Pennywise capabilities, meaning that the town is going through something like the missing of children and disappearance of children, just like Pennywise, just like the movie It. But she has this psychedelic thing that happens within the town that brings it down a little bit and allows her to, I don't know, because there's a bunch of people that's not under her spell that have nightmares about her and see visions of her, Like you're gonna see, if anybody that saw like the attic had a vision of her in the forest or in the woods or whatever. Dude that one of the main characters, I forget his name, that plays damn near like a savior in it. You know what I'm saying? He had visions of her, like nightmares of her while he was sleeping in his son's bed. By the way, I did not know until last night that the dude, the actor from one of the main actors in this movie, right, that played Thanos from the Avengers, also played a great role in the Sicario movies, the 2 Sicario movies. I did not know that that's the big brother from the movie Goonies. Brad. Yo, I was watching a video last night on the way home from the theater. You know, kind of like now looking at the Easter eggs. I headed right over to New Rock Stars. Y'all know how I do. And they showed a clip of him in Goonies. I said, oh shit, I never would have knew. He took me all the way back to my childhood. That's Brad. Look, I'm not the only one. It's the same person. Thanos is Brad from Goonies. Yo, I did not know that shit, B. I did not know that shit, son. Am I the only person? Yeah, I know he did a lot, but I know the new face adult version of him. I did not know that that was him in Goonies, B. If you would have asked me about the actors in Goonies, I would have said the only actor that I feel has carried forward that I continue to see for some time was the one that was the loudmouth in Goonies, right? And he also was in Lost Boys. He's a great actor. I would have said every other kid. I don't know Data and the young brother that was the main character and the girls that was in it. I don't remember ever seeing them outside of the Goonies, and they all did a great job. This motherfucker, the big brother Brad, is Thanos, B. But anyway, this shit tripped me out yesterday. Yeah, it is. It's the same person. Yeah, I'm not the only one. Thank you. But back to weapons. So the premise of it is mysteriously at 2:17 in the morning, 17 children all get up out of their beds and leave their home and go run off into the darkness. Okay. And the way they do this movie is so fucking incredible. Spoilers, people. It's the perspective of like 6 different people. So they'll play up to a certain movie. And you know how, part in the movie, you know how like Quentin Tarantino does like chapters, like it'll pull up on screen chapter 2, chapter 3. It's kind of like this, but just with names. Like they'll show you the movie up to a certain point, and then they'll go back and do it again, and they'll show it from the perspective of like this person. So like here's Paul, here's Ted's version, and they're in different parts, but their roads all crossing behind the shit that's going on with this fucking witch. And I definitely was intrigued seeing that my girl from Ozark, what was her name, Ruth or whatever, in Ozark, was one of the main characters. So I was like, oh, I'm on this. And when I saw Rotten Tomato 90-some%, I said, let's go. But I think even the way it ends, it's funny the way it ends, but I'm cool with it. Because you know how you can have a dope ass movie and then the way it ends is like, you guys chopped it off. Now I'm cool with the end. I'm cool with it, man. And I like that even after spoilers, people, spoilers. Even after the witch was killed, people were still fucked up because they were under her spells for so long. Like some of the kids were still fucked up, but the narration in the beginning of the movie, is you could hear from the wording, was done from one of the kids that were also put under the spell, and she was able to start talking, and she narrated, some of the kids started being able to talk again this year, which means that some of the kids in time can continue to break out of that spell. The parents that had to stab themselves in the face with the fork, they might be a wrap forever. So I think age came into play, based on you getting up out of the spell after the witch died. But the witch is dope too. The witch is dope to paint. I never seen a movie create a witch as a parasite, as almost like a vampire. If I'm not able to get blood, I start to die. So I got to feast on humans and whatnot. That's kind of what this witch was like. Like, I need to put people under these spells and bring people into and just leech their life force. And you can see even certain scenes where she's getting weak and she's dying. And then she takes over like these two parents. And then the next morning, her face looks a little bit better. She looks a little bit healthier as she sucks their life force. But yeah, she was sucking a life force of like 17 kids. When they found, when the addict saw them kids in the basement, you know what scene that reminded me of? That reminded me of the scene like the I Am Legend when Will Smith was going through the abandoned building. He turned and he saw them niggas sitting there, sleep. He's like, oh shit. That's how the addict found the kids in the basement on some Blair Witch shit, just staring in the corner. I was like, oh shit. Fire movie. I got a top 3 that I've seen so far this year. Even though I said some spoilers, I think if you haven't seen it, I think what I did say didn't ruin it enough where you can still sit down in the theater and be like, all right, let me check this shit out. It's got a 90 something on Rotten Tomatoes for a reason. All right. We are hour 30 in on a Saturday morning. I got some stuff going on today. Am I going to be able to get this gym in or do I need to get on the road right now? I might need to get on the road like right now. Uh-oh, what's wrong with my mouse? What's wrong with my fucking mouse? Lost my mouse. What's wrong with my mouse? Lost my mouse. What's wrong with my mouse? What's wrong with my mouse? What's wrong with my mouse? Hello, mouse. There you go. Did y'all just watch me live what I just did? Am I the only person that does that? Did y'all see what I did? Y'all do that with y'all remote controls? Am I the only one? My mouse stopped working. I took the back off and I just spun the battery real quick. I said, all right. It's like it makes the device like, oh, the battery's there. Am I the only person that does that shit? It fixed it. It worked. My mouse is back, right? Oh shit, I lost it again. Yeah, I need a new battery. Hello, mouse. All right, let me end the stream before my mouse dies. I'll catch y'all tomorrow morning. We out.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry Street Podcast. Welcome to the house up. And shout out to the members.
Without my thing, still got a gun.